Today I will show you about the inventions of noodles. Noodles, those delightful rosette strands of dough, have come through the hearts and taste buds of people across the globe. Whether you're savoring them in a piping hot bowl of ramen, twirling them in with marinara sauce, or mixing them into a flavorful curry, noodles have surely become a kitchen essentials. But who came up with the ideas of noodles in the first place? Well, the exact origins of noodles are shrouded in mystery. No one knows who made them, with China and Italy engaged a tug of war to claim the title of the inventor of noodles. So we don't know who's the inventor of noodles at all. Only China and Italy are some people tell that Italy's were the one that invented noodle, but some are China. So they make some kind of tug of war to claim the title of the inventor of noodles. However, China has the strongest claim based on archaeological evidence of 4,000 years ago. 4,000, that's a lot. Noodles from a larger archaeological sites along the Yellow River. And I think the river is made of this yellow, so it's called that. These early noodles were made from millet, a grain that was abundant in ancient China. So, they have the evidence that China was the one that invented noodles based on the archaeological evidence from 4,000 years ago. They found that China had made noodles from a millet grain that was abundant in ancient China. So over time, noodles evolved, incorporating noodles made of dough and they roll into long grains and then cook it. Evolved, incorporating other grains like wheat and rice. However, China isn't the only contender for the title of noodles. The only one that wants the title of noodles and inventor and other civilizations were also busy developing their own version of this beyond carbohydrate. So noodle is made from dough, and dough is like rice or wheat, and those are carbohydrates. Yes, in ancient Greece, for example, writing by the Greek physician Galileo suggests the existence of a noodle-like food called laganon. That's how. These early Greek noodles were made from wheat dough and from wheat dough. So dough are made of wheat, so it's called wheat dough. That doesn't even make sense. Wheat dough and served with broth, marking an early precursor to modern pasta dishes. Meanwhile, over in Italy, Etruscan tomb relics dating back to the 4th century BCE. So not only China and Italy want to contend for the title of noodle inventor, other civilizations do as well. Like Greek, they suggested the existence of noodles like food, a noodle-like food like that was looked at, it was like noodles, and it was called laganon. These early weeks, so each in the Greek, they also found noodle, but it was made of, wheat dough, but it also dough. And also in Italy, instruction tomb relics date back to the 4th century BCE too, for making what appear to be pastas or noodles. Pasta and noodles are different. Noodle is that really long and sometimes it's yellow. Our traditional is yellow one. But the white noodles, it was like ramen or something like that. To the 4th century BCE. These white tools were making what appeared to be pastas or noodle. Noodle is a long string, but pasta is the yellow one. It only has the color yellow, and it's curl like this. And when you put it, it will go down like pasta, tomato, ketchup. You know that, and it's curl. It also noodles. When you have cooked the noodles, it won't be long. It could be any shapes. But for pasta, it will be long like this. So when you put in, the pasta will swirl up like this. But for noodles, can be any shape, and you put it could be any shape. That's too. It won't be so like this, so straight like pastas. So it was different, indicating that Italians were also twirling noodles on their forks for ages. But even here, the Chinese took the lead, as the written history of the Han Dynasty circa 2nd century BCE contains one of the first mention of noodles. So it would be safe to assume that noodles originates in China. But it could be in others, Noodles, it might be not the noodles from others. Every place can have noodles, but noodles in China can be assumed to be the original. And like any building civilization, the Chinese were also advanced sailors. Whether for trade or conquest, during their journeys, one of the food staples that the most important are noodles. China makes noodles, so it's really important because they eat the noodles. So that was the end of today. The invention of noodles. You can't tell right now is who made that, but for the evidence, China is the one that maybe have the title of the noodle inventors. The inventor of noodles. Never mind. So that's the end of today. Thanks for listening. Go see you again. Bye bye.